go. All righty. So again, my name is Rachel Murray, and welcome to Let's Make an E-Deal. We are going to be looking at the best resources for finding deals for online shopping and even in-person shopping. And we will be covering lots of different resources. The handouts that I sent to each of you through your email does have everything that we're going to be discussing tonight. If you did not get to those, please reach out to me and I will be happy to send you another copy. But that way you have all of the resources that we'll be discussing tonight, so you'll be able to see everything that we're talking about. So when you are looking to save money, it goes beyond just shopping and where to shop and the best places to save money. There are some general pointers that you can follow that will help you save money in general when it comes to making purchases. One of the first things that you can do is you can review your spending habits. You want to make sure that you are being cautious when you are going through your spending. You want to make sure that you are tracking what you're spending. You also want to make sure that you are planning your spending. That's a big, big part of this. Being able to go through and plan your spending can actually save you a lot of money in the long run. Now, I do have a question in the chat. I just want to read that out. It's asking me, do you use one credit card dedicated to only online purchases for security purposes? I'll be honest with you, that is a fantastic idea to make sure that you are able to track your spending. It goes along with what we're talking about here, being able to plan your spending, review your spending. Using a single credit card or debit card to do your online shopping is a good idea. The reason is then that's the card you can go back and review at the end of the month and see what you've spent, see where you've spent that money. And it will make it easier for you to track if it seems like somebody got a hold of your credit card number. If you've got 5 different credit cards that you're using for your online spending, it can be much harder to go back and analyze where you spent money, where you were buying items from, and if somebody was using your card, with just that many more that you have to track. I do recommend that you use credit cards, not debit cards, for online purchases. The reason is that your credit card is much easier to cancel or freeze than your debit card is. Now, debit cards have a lot of protections. However, your debit card is directly tied to your bank accounts. So if something happens to your debit card, you can, in theory, have some of your funds from your savings or your checking account be temporarily frozen. Using a credit card avoids that. It is not directly tied to your other financial accounts. It is completely separate. So that's just a little bit that I would say, yeah, definitely, assign one card, have it be a credit card. It makes it easier to track your spending as you go along. Now, another thing you can do is you can start comparing options for things that you pay for all the time anyway. That can be for your cellular phone service, for your internet service, for the different streaming services that you're using. You could even do that when it comes to different utilities. If you have more than one utility option in your area, you can check those out. Now, I do not recommend that you do prepaid utilities with any of those companies. That can run into problems, but it's always good to look around and know what your options are. One big thing is to monitor and reduce your utility bills as much as possible. It can be very easy to not realize how much water you're using, how much electricity you're using. Keep an eye on those. I know cable bills are outrageous right now. If you can actually whittle those down or eliminate them altogether, that's a great idea. Another idea for helping save some money is to order food out less and don't go through the drive-through so often. That's a big one because it can be very easy to, oh, it's $5 here, it's $5 there. That can add up quickly, particularly for things like Starbucks. It can be outrageously expensive to continue purchasing those products on a daily basis. You should also compare banking options and insurance companies. Now, this is something that a lot of people maybe neglect to double think about. Banking, you can get really, really great rates for your investments if you consider looking at things like credit unions. They can be a little less convenient, but you can get great returns if you actually have accounts with them. Insurance companies is another thing you can look at. Can you get a discount on your automotive insurance? Can you get a discount if you're bundling things like your homeowner's insurance, life insurance, and car insurance together? Take a look at those because sometimes just a little bit of comparison shopping can save a lot of money in the long run. Now, really make sure that when you have to make a necessary purchase, that you are bargain hunting when you can. Take the time to decide what you really need, what the best product will be, and take some time to shop around for it. One of the best things that you can do when looking to make a big purchase is to look for reviews of products. Now, the library has access to consumer reports. We have it both in print here at the library, and if you have a Warren-Newport library card, you can also access the online version for free from our website. You would simply type in your Warren-Newport library card and it will give you access to consumer reports for free. That would be from our website, wnpl.info. You would go to the Discover tab, and there's a list of all of our databases there, and Consumer Reports is one of those. You can also do a general Google search that will help you find articles comparing different products and different purchases. And finally, plan ahead when you are making purchases. Convenience can be very, very costly. Just because something is easy to access and quick to purchase doesn't mean that it's necessarily the best purchase for you. So plan ahead when you're planning to buy something. It doesn't matter if it's a new pair of shoes or a new appliance. Take your time, think about what you really need, and then plan your purchases accordingly. So where do we begin our search when we're looking for products and places to buy products where we can save money? One of the best things you can do is check the places that you already use. A lot of the different services and different websites that you already frequent can actually be a great place to find bargains. Hang on one second, I got a question in the chat. I just want to take a quick look. Oh, well, somebody's just reminding us to save our receipts in the chat. That is a great, great thing to do. Absolutely save your receipts. It can help you for going back and reviewing your purchases and for going back and having to contest anything that you are overbilled for. But when you're checking for places and sites that you already use to save money, you can actually find a lot of great resources. Watch for sales and specials from websites and stores that you already frequent and use. Avoid impulse buying. You want to make sure that you're planning ahead for your purchases. I always recommend that you check the clearance section first. You never know when there's going to be something on clearance that is going to meet your needs exactly. And if you can, you might as well get it on sale as opposed to paying full price for it. Another pointer is that if you are somebody that subscribes to email lists for brands that you like or stores that you like, when you're not in the market for something, turn off your notifications for those emails. You can actually temporarily just turn off the notifications in your emails and you won't see those popping up in your inbox then. That's a great thing to do because it helps eliminate impulse buying. Frequently, you don't need something, but you get an email and it says that it's a great bargain, so you buy it because it was a great bargain, but you didn't necessarily need it. So turning off your email notifications and even pausing things like text messages that you might be getting from different stores is a great idea. You can always go back and resubscribe to those emails or turn those notifications back on when you are in the market for something. Another good idea is to check with your bank. Many banks, credit card companies, and stores have loyalty programs or they have contracts with certain stores or brands where they will offer discounts. So, for example, if you shop with Citibank, Citibank actually has a lot of different shopping options that will let you get a discount on things. Same thing with American Express. American Express will allow you to get discounts from certain manufacturers, from certain stores at different times. It's worth signing into your accounts with your banking institution or your credit card company and seeing what kind of offers they have. You can even look for discounts that are geared towards specific groups of people, towards seniors. Lots of different stores and institutions have discounts and promotions for teachers or healthcare workers or college students. Places like Amazon actually offer great discounts for college students. They have like a student discount. So it's really worth it to check those out and know what you qualify for. And finally, look for included bonuses for things that you're already paying for that you may not be utilizing. For example, if you have a cellular phone, you probably have some kind of a bonus for streaming services through your plan. Things like AT&T and T-Mobile and Sprint, all of those companies offer things like free HBO, free Netflix. Right now, T-Mobile actually has a promotion where you get 50% off YouTube TV for a year. That can be a really significant savings. So check those out. If you're not sure if you have anything like that through different plans that you have, call them. Say, hey, I've been a customer for a while. Do you offer any bonuses or any perks for me being a long-term customer? Frequently, they will have those, and they'll be more than happy to tell you about them because it makes you much more likely to stick with them as a customer. So look into those. It can be a great way to save money. Hang on one second. We have another question in the chat. The question is, do we know where we can get a list of Chicago area retailers with senior discounts and what age is required to get the discount? That's a good question. I can't tell you that there's a list, like a definitive list for Chicago area retailers, but a great resource for looking up that kind of information would actually be AARP. AARP technically allows anybody over the age of 50 to join, and they have lots of different lists like that. They keep all kinds of data on things like that, where you can get a discount as a senior, what kind of discounts are being offered. And from there, it's a pretty easy step just to kind of Google where these stores are in your area. But that would be my recommendation. AARP is a wonderful resource for that. They really go out of their way to make sure that they're collecting that type of information. In fact, AARP is a wonderful place to get information on online safety. They even offer things like they have a driving class that you can take online that will get you a discount on your car insurance. So that's something that you can look into, even if you don't belong to AARP, it's something you can definitely utilize. All right. So now we're going to actually step out of our PowerPoint presentation here. I did send you each these slides that I'll be talking about as we're going through, but I'm going to go actually to my internet browser and we're going to start looking at some websites that can save you some money. So let me go ahead and we'll get out of this. Sorry, it's going to let me stop my share and I'm going to reshare. Here we go. Okay, everybody should be looking at my internet browser now. And the first website that we are going to talk about is Brad Steels. Now, you may or may not have heard of Brad Steels before, but this is a fantastic resource. Brad Steels has different people that work for them that go out and search for places, stores, websites that are offering great sales. And they're able to make money off of it because they do a lot of volume and they will get advertising dollars from the different stores that they have posts for. Now, That said, they're not pushing for any of these. They're just showing you what is available out there and where you can get good discounts from. Hang on one second. We got another question in the chat. Just want to make sure. Oh, okay. Somebody's commenting on Woot, and I agree with this. Somebody's saying that Woot sales are not as good. When we get to Woot, we will talk about that because that's true. They are not as good as they used to be. But so we're Brad Steels. It's just bradsteels.com. I've used this for years. Brad Steels is one of my favorite sites because they cover products from around the internet. You can actually find just about anything on Brad Steels and find really significant discounts on them. Now you can sign up for Brad Steels and they will actually send you notifications to your email. Especially you can set up for particular products or particular types of products. And they have a great way, if you search through here, if we go to all deals, they'll show you everything that they currently have deals on, everything from clothing to bedding to outdoor furniture, bras apparently, shorts and flip-flops. But these are really significant discounts. I love when they have things like from Zulily or from JCPenney or Kohl's. They'll have those sales right here and they'll let you know exactly what the product is that you can get the very best price on. So that can be super helpful if you're in the market looking for some new summer shoes because it's suddenly very nice out. This is a great place to come and look. You can use the headings along the top where when you sign in, you'll be able to save deals that you're interested in. You can sign up for deal alerts. You can put in what you're shopping for and create an alert, and they will send you a message letting you know when the items you're looking for are actually on sale or when there's a deal available. They have a specific coupon section where you can sign up to get coupons and they will send them to you when they become available. There's also a shopping guide. Their shopping guide is fantastic because it will let you see things that are exclusive just to Brad Steels and things that you can find where there's just free shipping, outdoor related deals. They also have a blog where they cover the latest news on what's available, if they've been having good luck with particular retailers or even bad luck with particular retailers. So I really enjoy using Brad Steels. I also like that they have a nice search feature here at the top. If you click the little magnifying glass, you can actually type in the name of a store and see what specific sales or bargains are available from that store. You could also type in a brand or just an object. So again, we were saying sandals since it's been so nice out today. If you were looking for sandals, type that in. And it's going to bring up every store, product, and sale that's offering sandals. You can even sort through them and set a particular price that you're looking for. It's really a very dynamic website. And I can tell you, I've used it myself a lot, and it works really well. I really do like using it for specific stores too, just because if I'm looking for something from Macy's, I know I can go in and type that store name. Say you have a credit card from there and you also have another coupon, you can bundle these deals together. You can find the deal that from Macy's on Brad Steels and then also use your additional 20% off coupon. So that's a great idea when you're looking for deals from a specific place. Now, the next resource I want to talk about is Groupon. Now, you may have heard of Groupon. It's actually a local company. It's from Chicago. And Groupon is great because it offers both products, services, and experiences. So you can find everything from stays at hotels, cosmetics. You can find things for cosmetic procedures, medical procedures. You can even find things for dentists and then individual products too, clothing, furniture, and so on. The great part about Groupon is, again, you can sign up for them to send you alerts. They will let you know when particular products, services, or stores have something available at a discount. They also have a great little menu here where we can go in and look for the type of product we want to find a bargain on. We can look for goods and you can choose the type of goods you're looking for. Hotels and travel. The hotels and travel deals can be really significant. If you're taking a vacation, it's really worth it to take a look here and see what's available. They also have specific coupons for particular stores or products. They even have things like their deal of the day, which is going to be the things that they're offering the best discount on today. And again, because they have staff that go through and search for this on a daily basis, you're going to be getting the best information without having to scour the whole internet. They've done it for you. And a lot of these individual stores or hotels or brands will have a partnership with Groupon where they'll offer an exceptionally good deal because they know that they're going to get a lot of traffic through Groupon. So it's a great place to go and take a look for different products. You can even see they have some of their specials up here along the top. They've got take an extra 10% off, grab even bigger savings on activities using the code SAVE. So for a lot of things, you're not only going to get the discount that's shown on the screen, but you can type in the coupon code and you'll get an additional discount. So just to show you how you would use this, you can actually search for something specific. Let's take a look and see if we can find there's stuff on bowling popping up. But let's say we wanted to try to go to a baseball game. Let's see if there's anything for baseball. So if we type in baseball right away, the search screen is popping up showing us we can get Chicago White Sox baseball game tickets for $7.45. Now, yes, you have to drive to Guaranteed Rate Stadium, but I'll tell you it's easier to park there than it is at Wrigley Field, and you get to watch a great game for not even $8. You can look through here and find baseball and softball clinics, time and batting cages. You can even find Chicago Cubs tickets for less than $15. So, of course, they're going to probably be specific games on specific dates. But if you're looking to go and you want to save money, this is a great way to do that. You would just click on it. It's going to take you to that listing. And it's going to let you pick your dates. You'll be able to see what dates they have ticket prices like that for. They give you a price guarantee. Yeah, here we are. There's a list of all the different dates that they have available. Now you'll notice I keep having little items popping up in the corner of my screen here. These are actually called web extensions or browser extensions, and I'm going to talk to you about those in a little bit. But these are things that I've attached to my browser and installed to my Chrome browser, and they're notifying me that there are deals on a particular page that I'm on. So if you see those windows popping up in the corner, that's all that is. But anyway, we can go through here and look for anything that we're looking for. We're looking for an experience. If we wanted to be able to find something in a different town, let's say you're going to Philadelphia and you want to see if you can get Phillies tickets. Let's see what we get. Now we're searching Groupon specifically in Philadelphia. And yeah, here we are. Philadelphia Phillies baseball game tickets at Citizens Stadium. So you'd be able to type in where you're going, what you're looking for, and see the products that are available there. Groupon is actually great for giving gifts to people because you can find a location where somebody lives and find products that are specific to their area. So I highly recommend Groupon. I've actually used it many times myself. You really do get good prices. There are sometimes limitations on what you're buying though. So like with any purchase, I always recommend that you read the fine print before you buy. But it is a great site. I've had very good results using it. All right, so on to our next website. Now, we did have a comment in the chat about this, and I have to agree with that. We are looking at Woot right now. Woot is actually affiliated with Amazon. It's kind of Amazon's clearance site. And Woot has things like different products that Amazon has overpurchased, and they're selling them at a discount. Now, I can tell you, Woot is not as great as it used to be. It actually used to be a much better site. However, if you're willing to browse what they have here, you still can find significant discounts. Now, one of the things I'll say about Woot, it's not an easily searchable site. You're kind of stuck with whatever they're currently offering. So you really do kind of have to browse around the page, take a look and see what they're offering in the different departments and choose that way. There really isn't a good way that you can say, hey, I'm looking for a new Rubbermaid or Tupperware. You can't really go in and look for that. You'd have to go in and say, okay, I'm looking for home and kitchen deals. And then you'd be able to look through and see what they currently have available in home and kitchen deals. But like I said, they do have some really great prices from time to time, but you want to make sure that you're taking your time and reading what's here. I would say it's probably a good idea to go and check some other online places too, just to make sure that you know you're getting a good price. But they have some great things, like especially in electronics. If you go into their electronics section, you can find things like phones for a fairly low price. I think I had seen in here earlier today that they actually had what was it? A Pixel 6A phone for about $200, which is a wonderful price. It was a refurbished phone, but that's a really great phone with a really, really great camera. So if you take your time and search through here and are willing to take a look and see what they have available, you will actually find some fantastic deals here. And because it's going through Amazon, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you're going to get free shipping automatically. You can sign up separately for a Woot account if you don't currently have an Amazon account, but it's great to know that you can sign in with your Amazon login. You're still working with the same company. They just kind of have this as a little branch that they work with. All righty, our next resource is eBay. Now, many of us have heard of eBay over the years. Probably a lot of us have used it before, but eBay is still a really great resource for going in and looking for new and used items. Now, the great part about eBay is that you can find some very obscure and hard to find things using eBay. One of the bad things about eBay, though, is that if something is obscure or hard to find, you're probably going to pay a lot more for it simply because it's rare. So be aware when you're searching through eBay that you might not necessarily be getting a bargain. You might just be getting something that is hard to find elsewhere. So take your time when you find a product that you're interested on eBay. It's always a good idea to go and do a little bit of research on another website, see if you can find it someplace else and see what they're selling it for to make sure that you're getting a good price. But eBay is an easy service to use. One of the great things about it is it lets you buy from just about anybody anywhere in the world. Anybody can sell something on eBay. With eBay, though, you're getting some protections. Instead of buying something from somebody you don't know via an email, you get the protection of that the person has to go through eBay. They are required to fulfill sending you the product through eBay. And if you end up not getting it, or they somehow send you something that wasn't quite what was agreed upon, you actually have some recourse. So it is a great resource. And again, you can find some gently used things or even some brand new things that somebody else bought too much of, and you can get a really great deal on it. Now, using eBay, the best way to go through it is to create an account with them. That way, again, you have those protections of being able to work through eBay. But being able to search through and find things like refurbished items, this is particularly nice for really expensive appliances. Like if you're looking for like a great blender, you'd be able to go through and get a really fantastic refurbished blender that would be significantly less than what you would pay for it as a new item. But you can search by topic. You can also search by category. And eBay will also profile specific products at different times of the year or things that they're finding have been particularly in demand. So right now it's patio season. So they're offering through different shops right now 50% off of outdoor essentials. So if you wanted to shop for outdoor furniture, you'd be able to click and it's going to pull up for you and show you all of the different places that you can purchase patio furniture. If you go in and you click, it's going to show you who you are buying it from. It's going to show you how much it's going to cost. It will also tell you, like in this case, it's from MH Corp. It will tell you how much it's going to cost to ship. It says that shipping is free free 4-day shipping. That's pretty good, especially for something as big as patio furniture. But you're able to go through and see information about the seller. This one has 98.1% positive feedback. That's a really good rating. You can go in and see other people's ratings of this seller. You can see what other people have said about working with them. So if it's somebody that has not been particularly good to work with for other consumers, you will actually see that, and it will tell you that this might not be somebody you want to work with. And if somebody isn't great with you, you can actually go ahead and pick a different place. You can actually give them a bad review. All right, my browser's telling me that this particular page is having trouble, so I'm going to go back and see if we can move to a different page here. I have lots of tabs open, so I have a feeling that my browser is struggling a little bit. I'm going to close a few of these. There we go. So anyway, eBay is a great place to shop. I highly recommend that if you are looking for anything very unique, that this is going to be the place you're going to want to look for it. eBay is great for things like collectibles, but you're going to have to watch what you're spending on them, because sometimes if it's super rare, you will pay a premium for it. All right, so the next site that I'd like to talk about is called Clark Deals. This is one of my favorites. I actually really like Clark.com. Clark.com is a review site, and they do a fantastic job of reviewing different technology products and services. It's one of my favorite places to go and look for reviews on technology. Anytime I'm buying something like a cell phone, I will go and look at Clark.com first and take a look through what their reviews say before I go and purchase something. I also teach a class here at the library called Cut the Cable, where we talk about how you would get rid of your cable or satellite service and the different services that you can utilize to try to do that. Clark.com is one of the resources I check all of the time to see what the trends are in streaming services, to find out what they offer and how much they cost. But Clark.com has this wonderful page called Clark Deals. And what they do is they go through and find sales on products, and you can actually go through and find fantastic deals on things that Clark.com has gone through and checked to make sure they are valid offers. So that's a great thing to know ahead of time. They've already verified that these are legitimate sales, and they've gone through to make sure that you can see what the best of the best is from even different stores. Right along the top of the screen here, we can see that there's the best deals right now at Home Depot. There's the best bargains at Costco this month, the best deals at BJ's. So you can find out what's the best thing to go look for at all of these stores that you may already shop at. They also have this list of the best of the week. Let's click on that, because the best of the week will show you the best sales that they've found at all of the different stores that they watch and all of the different places that they say that is a good place to shop. So for example, if you're looking for what's the best deals at Cabela's right now, you'd be able to click on that and it's going to show you. This was just written yesterday, or excuse me, today. Today's the 13th. This was just written today, and they're going to give you all of the different things that are currently on sale at Cabela's that you're going to get the very best deal possible on. If we go back, right here, it's almost planting season. We've got right here, where's the best place to get deals on plants and flowers? Going in there, clicking on that link. This is again from today, and they're going to tell you, first of all, they have a nice little tool right here where you can find out what the last frost date is for your location. That's important when you're doing your spring planting. The rule of thumb for me has always been not until Mother's Day, but for depending on where you live or where you're planting, it could be a little bit earlier. But you'd be able to go through and see all of the best sales. You can see that Lidl currently has lots of great sales on flowers. Aldi has seeds on sale. Home Depot has lots of different plants available, perennials, mulch, soil, and more. Lowe's has sales, Pike Nursery, Etsy, so on and so forth, even Burpee. You'd be able to go in and check the deals available from each of these providers. So let's take a look at Burpee. We go and we look at the Burpee deal. Should redirect us there. And here's their website. And we will get the best discount possible through Burpee right now because Clark.com or Clark Steels has gone back and checked them out. So looking through here, I can see that I've got all kinds of stuff popping up on my screen. Now I've got sales for different products. You'll notice I also have this Retail Me Not pop up and Rakuten pop up here. Those are those browser extensions. Again, we're going to talk about those in just a couple of minutes, but these browser extensions are telling me they found additional coupons beyond just what's on the Burpee website. There are additional coupons that I could use on these sites as well. So I'm going to close those right now. But so we were told we can come in from Clark Deals and they're telling us about this mix and match sale that's going to allow us to bundle different products. And we could also put those other coupons that are popping up from our browser extensions. So Clark Deals is one of my favorites simply because it will show you not just individual products, but it'll show you the individual stores. It's a place that I go and look at all the time. You can actually see their Clark.com website is linked right here. If we click on that, it'll take us in and see all of their different reviews that they have. They do things like reviewing cell phones, ways to improve your credit, investments. They do streaming. They've got different deals that you can follow. So it's a really great company and they do a fantastic job of keeping up to date on all of these different products and giving you really great reviews. Okay, so our next website is called Ben's Bargains. Now, Ben's Bargains is similar in some ways to Brad Steels. They're obviously a kind of an alliteration on Brad Steels. It's kind of the same type of product, but it's a little bit more item specific than Brad Steels. Ben's Bargains actually goes across the internet and they look for deep discount items. Now, I will warn you that some of these items are extremely specific. Like you will find that there are things like snowblower belts that are deeply discounted, but obviously it's going to be a very specific snowblower belt for an individual snowblower. They'll even have things like Band-Aids, where you can get a box of Band-Aids for like 30 cents. So it's not going to be necessarily something where it's going to have everything that you're looking for. But if you get lucky and it's something that you happen to be in the market for, you can get a real steal from Ben's Deals. So to give you an example, right now, they've got a sellout going on through Amazon where they're showing you can get a Gap men's stretch peak polo shirt for $10. And that's a Gap polo. It's coming straight from Amazon Prime. They've got tools that you can get at deep discount from Home Depot. They've got another Gap deal for Gap men's slim fit denim pants. There's some Adidas deals. Here's what I'm talking about, some very specific products. They've got the 24 cups of Pearls Organic Large Black Pitted Olives for $4.71. You can get Dr. Scholl's and so on. Now, the nice thing about Ben's Bargains is you can search for specific products. So if you were looking for specifically, I said Band-Aids before, let's see if we can find any. If we go and we search for Band-Aids, oh no, today there are no Band-Aids for sale. Let's say we go and we look for, oh, let's try formula. Formula's been so hard to find and there may not be any on sale, but let's take a quick look. We typed in formula. Well, we got some different formulas, not quite baby formula, but we've got things like NyQuil. We've got Method liquid laundry detergent formula, tire sealant, Pledge. And you can see there's real deep discounts on all of these. But again, they're very, very specific products. So you really kind of have to just check here frequently. You can sign up with them and tell them what kind of products you are interested in, and then they will send you an alert when there is a product like the one you're looking for. So you don't have to keep coming here every day, but if you want to set up where you have your account and you say what you're interested in, they will send you notifications. We have a question in the chat. We have a question that is, what are the return policies on these sites? Now, I will tell you the return policies on each of these sites is going to be different. It depends on the site. Now, for things like Ben's Bargains, you're actually not buying from Ben's Bargains. They are telling you the different products and different stores that are available and then redirecting you to those sites. So if you are looking for being able to return something, you wouldn't be returning it to Ben's Bargains. You would be returning it to whomever you bought it from. Brad's Deals is the same thing. You're actually dealing with individual sellers there. Groupon is like that too. You're really not buying it necessarily from Groupon, though some things from Groupon you are buying directly from them. But a lot of these are going to be where they're directing you to deals on another site. So before you purchase anything from any of these, you should always take the time to look and see what the return policies are. If something's considered like a final sale and they won't accept returns, you have to gauge that as to whether or not it makes it worth it for you to purchase that item. But most of the ones we're talking about, Brad's Deals, Groupon, eBay in specific, you are definitely dealing with an individual buyer. With eBay, you have a little bit different of protection because most of the sellers have to be registered with eBay. With things like Brad's Deals or Ben's Bargains, they're just directing you to somebody else's website. So they're really not participating in the transaction at all. So just keep that in mind. Woot actually has fantastic return policies. I actually bought something from them a few weeks ago that was defective, and they just told me I didn't even have to return it, just they refunded my money. So they are fairly liberal with their return policies, but any place that's directing you to an individual deal at a store, it's going to be that store's return policy. Okay, so that's Ben's Bargains. Let's go ahead and take a look at Deal News. Deal News is actually a really cool searchable clearinghouse for bargains. They offer goods from across the web, and again, they're directing you to other shops on the internet, but they're telling you what the current best sales are. So like this one right here is a deal from the Home Depot. They're directing you to the Home Depot and telling you what the sales are. This next one here is from Tractor Supply Company. It's telling you they just listed it 10 hours ago, and what the sale is on Carhartt men's logo hoodies. If you keep going down the screen, same thing, you can get different planters from Walmart. There's a Samsung blowout from Woot where you can buy Samsung phones. So they have all of the deals that they're currently highlighting listed along the screen here. Now, one of the great things about Deal News is that they have a blog that has a ton of buying guides on it, and they're really useful. If you go to the blog and go to their buying guides, they actually will have a host of articles coming both from Deal News and from other places on the internet. And they're telling you things like the best consumer reward programs. If you have a credit card that you use all the time, sometimes getting a different credit card can pay dividends because they might have great cash back offers. You can save more with a Target reloadable red card, the 12 best things to buy in April, the best Easter sales, or ask an expert, how can I get last minute spring break deals? This is all from their blog where they have these buying guides. You can find things on consumer news where if there's been recalls or there's products that they think you should be aware of, they'll tell you that. They have their roundup section too. This is going to be like all the best deals that they've found recently, and they're putting them together in different like article format. But Deal News is actually reader supported. They are run by people who find deals and submit them to Deal News, and then they highlight them on the website. So this is a little bit more like almost like using social media to find deals. They just have one website where they're working with different consumers to get that information out there. We have another question in the chat. Somebody's saying that they're not a fan of the changes to Deal News. It's become much harder to filter their deals, and they push certain things to the top. That is true. Deal News has kind of had like a little bit of a revamp lately. And they do push specific things now. Now, the reason is that if you look right at the very top of the screen here, it says Deal News is reader supported. We may earn commissions on qualifying purchases. So right there, that tells you that they have an interest in pushing certain deals. Now, that can be good news and bad news. It can be good news in that they might get a great deal that they're told they will get a commission from, that they are eager to share with you. It doesn't change the deal. The deal is still the same thing either way, but they may be advertising it harder because they're getting a commission from that. As you can imagine, it costs money to run sites like these. They need to have staff and people doing so. And because that's the way they make their money, they're going to have some agreements with specific stores, and they will push those agreements a little bit harder. That said, it's really one of those things where if you take some time, it can still save you a lot of money. And I understand the frustration when a store or a website changes how they do things. It can be a little bit frustrating, but keep in mind that they do still have their filter options here. And since we brought up filters, I just want to take a second and show you how they work. When you're looking at deal news, right here along the top of the screen, just under this tax day deals, they've got this filter option. And what you can do here is that you can go through and look for things that are staff picks. That's going to be things that Deal News's staff has said is a really great deal. You can search by category. You can go in and look again, home and garden, clothing and accessories, store events. You can limit by store. You can go in and you can limit by brand. If you click on more filters, then you can even go in and look for offer types, which would be things like if it's a product discount or if it's promo code or a store sale. Popularity ranks, that would be things that get a very high mark from consumers. What collection it is. So if it's something that's considered like freebies that are out there, top technology. The condition, this is if something is refurbished, used, or open box. So from time to time, you will find some things on here that are considered used, open box, or refurbished. If you're okay with that, though, this can be a great option to check because you can get a big discount from that. Offer status can be if it's brand new. Sometimes we will have things on here that might have already expired. Sometimes the expiration date on some of these deals isn't the most obvious. You can also look for things like events if you're looking for like specific Prime Day sales or Memorial Day sales or Mother Day sales, and include expired. Sometimes stores might still let you use an expired code. So sometimes some people will still look for expired deals. Anyway, so they do still have a lot of filters available, but to do all of that filtering takes some time. You have to invest the time in and going in and think about what category am I looking for? What kind of offers am I looking for? So it does take a little bit of time to go through and look through all of that. But it's still worth taking a look at. You can find some great things here. All right, the next website I want to tell you about is called Got a Deal. And again, this one works a little bit like a social media site. It's actually got tons of forums where shoppers can go in and talk about different sales, talk about different things they found when they're shopping at particular places or with particular brands. And you can share sales and get information about sales. So going in here, you can go and look for all of the different forums that they're currently working from. They have their deals of the day or along here along the side from specific outlets. So if you want to know what the best deals of the day are from Amazon, you can come to Got a Deal and look through all of the different sales that are available that other people have posted about. You can also go in and get set up for alerts. So again, if somebody else posts about a sale, you're going to get notified about it. So you can see, looking at some of today's deals, this is just a straight list, but we can actually go in and sort. So if we wanted to see like what the newest deals are, or we wanted to see what the hottest deals are, we can switch back and forth between those. We can also use the little links along the top here. We can go into the forums list and see what everybody's talking about. If we click there, It's going to take us in and let us see what everybody's talking about. Online hot deals, offline hot deals, what the latest posts are. Somebody just posted here at 4:09 a.m. This was April 1st. So you can see some of these are going to be a little bit older. There may not be as much information about them, but you're getting this directly from other consumers. So that can be super, super useful to you because other people are sharing where they bought something and had a good experience or where they've had a bad experience. You can also go back and become a member of Got a Deal. Again, that's going to allow you to sign up to participate in these forums. It's going to let you find out what's going on before anybody else. They've also got their deal section here. They have an individual coupons section, which is going to let you search by the particular outlet and look for coupons. So let's say you're looking for, let's try Sam's Club. We click on the Sam's Club link, it's going to show us that they've got some coupons here, like a free $20 e-gift card with a membership sign up that expires at the end of the year, last chance buys, limited time stocking values. So they're going to give you those heads up. These don't sound like they're anything that's brand new. These actually sound like they're things that have probably been around for a little while. However, if you were looking for a Sam's Club membership, if you came here and looked and found out, I was going to get one anyway, I can also get a free $20 e-gift card when I get my Sam's Club membership. So these links under coupons can be super useful. You can see they also have things like their Black Friday shopping. That's not going to be real current right now, so I wouldn't really use that. But you can sign up for deal alerts. They do have a Discord server. If you're not familiar with what a Discord server is, it's a place where you can go in and communicate on a specific private server with other people from this forum. And then you can see, again, we've got the deals of the day listed here. Hang on one second. We've got another question in the chat. Somebody's letting us know that Got a Deal is great for Black Friday. I'm going to assume that's why they still have the Black Friday link here, but they post the flyers as soon as they leak. That's great to know because a lot of times you have to be one of the first people in the know to find out about those sales in order to get those products. So that looks like it's probably why they have this nice little Black Friday link here. It's probably why they keep it there so that you can get in and see what's available. So if they're going to have Black Friday ads, let's see, do we have any leaks already in April? I'm going to guess no. This looks like it was from last year. But it is kind of cool to go back and look and see what things we're going for. At least you can have an idea of how prices have changed over time. But that's Got a Deal. Now, the next one I want to show you is called Retail Me Not. Now, Retail Me Not works a couple of ways. They're actually a browser extension. Now, I've mentioned browser extensions a couple of times now. What a browser extension is they primarily work with Google Chrome's internet browser. And it's a little piece of software that you agree to install on your browser. You can see right here, they've got a link that says add to Chrome. Once you do that, when you go to a shopping site or a retail site, if there are coupons to be had, they will tell you about it. I'm going to go up to the top of my screen here, and you can see like where my Retail Me Not address is up in the address bar. Right at the end of that, though, this is where my web browser extensions are. If I click here, Retail Me Not is listed right here. And it shows me all of the different coupons that are currently available through different stores. So every time I go to one of these websites, it's going to pop up and tell me, hey, there's a coupon available for this site, or hey, there's a coupon available for this product. It's a really great way to have your computer kind of do some of the work for you. Now, there are lots of different browser extensions, and we will get into more of them as we go on. In fact, if I click here, you can actually see all of the different browser extensions that I have on my browser here. There's several of them. So a lot of them are shopping ones. Some of them are for things like Grammarly, where it checks your grammar automatically. But we'll talk about more of those as we go along. But these are all kind of just sitting here waiting until they see that there's a coupon, and they're going to let me know what that coupon is for. So Retail Me Not lets you install that browser extension, and then any shopping site you go to, it will tell you what the coupons or deals are there. They also will allow you to go in and see things like specific deals, like they've got their tax day deals. They will show you all the different places that you can get tax day deals. That's for April 15th. This year, technically, tax day is going to be on the 17th because the 15th falls on a weekend. But there's going to be sales for things like Best Western Hotels. Amazon will have sales. H&R Block currently has 30% off online filing. Macy's has a $10 cash back for purchases site-wide. TurboTax, TaxAct, Walmart, and Edible Arrangements all have different deals available that they are having for tax day this year. So you can see all of those deals by going to Retail Me Not, clicking on those tax day deals and seeing what's available. Now you can also go and jump to things like in-store deals. If we click here, it's going to tell us these are coupons and deals that you can get specifically by just going to the store, not online, visiting the store in person. So going to your local Vera Bradley store, if you want to head on over to Old Orchard, there's a Vera Bradley there. You can go to Calvin Klein or Ashley Stewart. All of these are in-store coupons. You'd also be able to go and click on their tips and tricks. This is going to be from their Real Deal blog. They have a blog that they run at Retail Me Not where they list different products, different pointers that they have, even different reviews that they have that can save you money. So that's going to be under their tips and tricks. But it's really kind of cool as you start going through these different shopping sites and you see that Retail Me Not pop up and they're showing you all of the different coupons that you have available. It's a lot of fun to see that happen because you didn't have to do anything other than just go and visit a shopping site and suddenly you have a coupon available for you. And that's just one of the browser extensions out there. I'm going to keep showing you them as we come across the other ones as we go along. But it can be really useful to install these browser extensions. And all you'd have to do is click Add to Chrome, and it gets added to your browser extension, to your browser on your computer, and it will work in the background. It's like a piece of software. All right, so the next site I want to tell you about is called Slick Deals. I like Slick Deals. I think that it's a good way to go and get information about different sales from around the internet. It's really crowdsourced. That means that they're hearing about these deals from other people on the internet. So kind of like what we were saying with Got a Deal, where people are reporting back and letting you know what different services are out there or what different sales are out there. Slick Deals works kind of the same way. But you'll find some fantastic sales here. I was looking at this one today myself. It's actually through Home Depot. It's in-store only. However, when you go to it, that's a great deal on ground soil and potting soil from them. They've got all kinds of different ways that you can find out. Clicking on the See Deal, it will take you to that store's website. So it's going to take us to Home Depot, directly to that product with that sale. And it'll give you all of the parameters for using this particular sale. You can update to your own zip code. So if you wanted to be able to, let's see. Let's do our zip code here. And it will tell us what they have available. You'll be able to decide then if you're going to pick it up at the store. It does tell you that delivery is unavailable. This is in-store only, but it's giving you the sale. You can go in and it's telling you that they've got 1,850 of them in stock in Gurnee. You can pick different size bags, but for $2, that's a fantastic deal for garden soil. I know that a lot of times I'm spending a lot more than that to go in and buy new dirt every year for my garden. But it gives you the sale. It lets you know what the parameters are for it. It's going to give you all of their member rewards options, and then they've got editor's notes and price research. So they're letting you know just how much the price has dropped. This is fantastic because sometimes there's a sale that last week the sale was better. They have something like a perpetual sale where it looks like it's a great deal, but you could have gotten it for less last week and might get it again for less next week. So this is always a really great thing to keep an eye on, how often their prices are changing and what the actual savings are. You could also go through in-Slick deals. You could set up deal alerts. If you find a deal that you want to share with other people, you can post it really easily. They also have a section where you can specifically look just for cashback offers. Cashbacks become a big thing with online shopping. There are a lot of places that let you collect cashback and then you can redeem it all in one place. So those cashback offers can actually add up to quite a bit if you're using them frequently. Let's see here. Somebody has a question in the chat. It says, like Deal News, they push affiliate listings to the top. This is true. And this is going to be true for most of the sites we're talking about. Because again, that's how they're staying in business, is that they are going to push their affiliate deals to the top. That said, the great thing is that you can still go back and you can search for what you specifically want. So if you are looking for gardening, you can type in what you're looking for and it's going to specifically just bring up those sales. So there's the Miracle Grow sale we were just looking at. It's going to tell you exactly how many people have viewed it, how many people have commented on it, when it was set up for. It's going to also let you know, like if it's a low price that they've seen, if there's price insight, if that's a big price drop. It can be a really useful place to go and take a look for new pricing information. Alrighty, so our next one that I'm going to tell you about is called Gazelle. Now, Gazelle is not new products. Gazelle is actually strictly pre-owned and refurbished products. Now, you'll notice as soon as I got to Gazelle, I have Retail Me Not, my browser extension, popping up telling me that I can get an extra $10 off any order valued over $500, and here's the coupon code. I also have Rakuten, which is another browser extension. This is one of those services that lets you collect cash back. And Rakuten is telling me that I can activate 1.5% cash back on whatever I purchase here at Gazelle. So both of these browser extensions are telling me that there are more deals on this site than what's just being shown here. So those are nice reminders to have. But Gazelle specifically works in pre-owned and refurbished technology. So it's primarily cell phones, but you can get things like iPads, tablets, you can get computers and other equipment through here. And you can even sell your own devices to them. So if you're in the market for a new cell phone, but you have your old cell phone, you can trade it in or sell it to them and have that money go toward your new purchase. So if you wanted to buy something, these are certified pre-owned items. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. They certify them, they refurbish them. They let you know when you look at a product exactly what the status of the product is. If it has scratches, they're going to tell you it has scratches. If it is something that has obviously been dropped before or had water damage and they've refurbished it, they're going to tell you that because they're not trying to sell you defective merchandise. They're trying to sell you pre-used merchandise and have you be able to reuse it. So looking through here, you can see you can search for things like iPhones, Samsung phones, iPads, MacBooks. Going through, like they're showing a MacBook Pro for as low as $305. When we click here, it gives us the individual item and lets us know what condition it's in. So in this case, we've got a MacBook Pro with an i5 core, 2.3 gigahertz, 13-inch Retina display. It was made around mid-2017. Clicking on this, we can see that it's a certified guarantee. It's been refurbished. It is in good condition. Clicking the little I next to good is telling you what good condition means. The screen is very good. There may be small scuffs or nicks on the side or the back. Looking through the description, we can see just how much storage it has. Oh, we've got another browser extension here telling us that there's a coupon specifically for Gazelle available on this site as well. And that's in addition to all of the other coupons we've seen. So it's telling us the key features, specifications. So this particular model is gray. It's in good condition. It's a MacBook Pro. So we are able to see pretty much exactly what we're going to be getting. So that's a really nice way to be able to go and buy something that is not brand new, but is in good working condition. Again, you have a guarantee from them. If you get it and it is not what you thought you were getting, it's more damaged than what you thought you were supposed to be getting, or it just doesn't work properly, you can return it to them and you can either get your money back or you can get a different product. It's nice for me when I really like the idea of reusing technology. I think a lot of technology, just because it's become obsolete, in a lot of ways, people want to move on to something else, but it's still very useful. And this can save a ton of money. A new MacBook Pro is a lot more than $420. So if you are in the market for anything technological, you can come here to Gazelle and look for buying any kind of a phone. Again, iPads, cell phones, MacBooks. They even have a clearance section that when you go through Gazelle, it will help you find the best products for the least price. And you can see individual reviews of all the different products that they have on here too. We have a question in the chat. Oh, I'll get to the browser extensions. We're going to get to that in just a second. The question in the chat is, what are all the browser extensions that you have? In just a couple minutes, when we finish going through the websites, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what the different browser extensions are. And we have another comment in here saying, just be aware that those older Mac use Intel chips instead of the new Apple chips. That is true, and that's why it's telling you that in the description. It's telling you that it's the iCore that they're using instead of the Apple chip. All righty, so our next website is a fun one. It's called Camel Camel Camel. Now, this is a website that is specifically geared toward Amazon. Camel 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 is a price tracker for Amazon. It will let you know when prices change and what the history of prices are on Amazon for particular products. You can sign up with Camel Camel Camel, and you can sign up for Amazon price drop alerts. You can get price history charts, so they'll tell you just how much things have been at different times. And they have their own browser extension. So when a new sale pops up or a price drops automatically on Amazon, you will get that notification popping up on your screen telling you that you can go and check out that new price that just showed up on Amazon. So it's a really fun one to use if you've not tried this before. What it'll do is, let me kind of zoom down here a little bit. It tracks specific products, and it will tell you exactly what the average price usually is on Amazon, what the list price is. That means that that's what they have listed as the normal price. The list price a lot of times cannot be accurate, but then they're listing what they're currently selling it as. So for some of these products, for things like if this is a gaming router, they're showing that as of April 10th, at 11:27 a.m. This is $219.99. It's letting you know that this price has fluctuated quite a bit. Looks like they kind of have a flat price, roughly around $250. It goes up, it goes down. It lets you see exactly how these prices move around. So you can see right now it is considerably lower than what the average price is on Amazon. Now, they'll also let you go through and see how much this is being offered on other places too. So that's going to be the Amazon price. You can see the third-party new price history and the third-party used price history. So that would be like through people on eBay or other sellers. And it's just letting you know what the list price is, what the UPC is, so that you know it's the same product. and then it gives you the link so you can go view it at Amazon. I like this one simply because if I've been looking for a product and I feel like it's probably not quite what I can afford right now, I can sign up for Camel to have them track it. And if the price drops, then that might be enough of an incentive for me to want to go back and purchase it. We have a question in the chat. Oh, we have somebody saying, I adore Camel. It saved me tons of cash. I agree. I actually think it's fun to use too. I really find these price charts entertaining just to see how they kind of seem like they very arbitrarily go up and down sometimes. But it can really help you see just how much these prices can fluctuate. So I strongly recommend trying out Camel, and definitely use it. You can share this with other people if you know somebody else is looking for a particular product. This little share box right here will let you actually copy this information and send it on to somebody else. You can text it to somebody or email it to them. So it can be a really, really fabulous price, but you can create those Amazon price watches right from Camel. And again, you can also install that browser extension. Hang on one second. Somebody asked what app would I recommend for tracking spending? I haven't actually analyzed price tracking apps. I'll tell you personally what I do. Generally, when I'm tracking my spending, what I'll do is I will use a single credit card. I track what I've spent each month on that credit card, particularly for online purchases and for shopping. That makes a big difference for me, going back and being able to see where I've spent my money. There are quite a few different price tracking apps out there. Sometimes it depends on what services you prefer to use, though, that'll make them something that might be useful or not useful to you. What I can do is after class is over, if you want, I can take a look, and if I find some good review articles, I'll let you know. We are going to talk about good places to go and look for reliable information on things like that, like what apps should I be using. Clark.com is one of the sites I strongly recommend for that. I also recommend CNET. CNET is fantastic for anything technology related. When it comes to reviews, they do very thorough reviews. They tend to be pretty honest, I found, about how products work. But we'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, the next site I want to show you is one you've probably seen before, is Google Shopping. If you ever use Google and you type in a particular product name or a store name, you will frequently get pulled into the Google Shopping site. And what the Google Shopping site does is it searches across the internet for prices on things that you have searched for. It's a specific section of Google. If you are a frequent Google user, you'll be used to seeing these 9 dots over here in the upper right-hand corner. This is actually how you get to all the different Google products that are out there. So it would be things like you can get to Google Maps, Google Play, Google News, the Meetup, your Drive account, your calendar, but you can also get to Google Shopping right here. These are their individual apps that they support and that they promote. And Google Shopping lets you go in and look for products under a particular topic. And they'll kind of do a little bit of a comparison shopping for you. When you type in a product, it's going to show you all the different places that you can get it. So let me type in a search here. Let's say we were looking for a Samsung Galaxy 22 Ultra. So if we're searching for that particular cell phone, typing that in Google Shopping gives us all the different places that are currently selling that and what the different pricing is. So we can see at Best Buy, it's roughly for 128 gigabytes, it's going to be like a little bit over $1,000. This is a refurbished one on blackmarket.com. This one's going to be $660. This one is from Verizon. Notice it says $0 now, but they're going to expect you to open up a new account. This one is going to be coming from Samsung. These ones here at the top, you'll see right here, they're all listed under sponsored. These are sponsored links, so they may not necessarily be the best result for you, but these are the sponsored results. So these are companies that have paid to appear at the very top here on Google Shopping. Now below that is the straight list for the best match. So if you want to see who's advertising, and sometimes these advertised specials can be pretty good, but if you want to see the very best match based completely just on the criteria you typed in, that's going to be below that top header. And that's going to show you, this is from, let's see here, this is from eBay, there's Bectex, Google.net, I've never even heard of that. I would stay away from that because that doesn't look very accurate. But they're showing you right here that you can get this phone under this review and you can compare all of these different prices for this product. Going back, you'd be able to go through and you could actually filter what you're looking for. If you were looking for unlocked phones, that means you can use it on any carrier. You could search specifically for unlocked phones. Those are usually going to be a little bit more expensive than buying it through a specific carrier, because when you buy through a carrier, they expect you to either have a line or buy a line with them. You can also look for where you can buy them on Google, available nearby, is it on sale? You could reset your shopping so that if you only want to look for stores in a particular area, you can do that. You can also say you want a specific color or a specific broadband. One of the things that a lot of people set when they're looking for new phones is what the storage capacity is. If you want the highest storage capacity possible, that's obviously going to drive the price up, and that will change the price that you're seeing and the products that you're seeing on your search screen. We have a question in the chat. Oh, yep, somebody had to go early. That's okay. If you do have to go, I realize we're going a little bit longer here, but if you do have to go, that's okay. I promise everything we're talking about was in the handouts that I sent you, but we're going to probably be about another 10 minutes. So if you can stick around, that'd be great. But that's Google Shopping. Everybody's probably encountered this at some point if you've ever tried to Google a product on Google, because it does try to throw those Google Shopping results at you first. But it is a really useful site to use because it has a lot of filters and it can let you go through lots of different sites very quickly. Now, the next one I want to tell you about is called Deal Catcher. Deal Catcher is a lot of coupons. What it's going to give you is a lot of coupon codes and a lot of deals going on across different places on the web. So just like a lot of the other sources we've been looking at, they are going to be giving you those coupon codes and those deals for specific stores and specific products at those stores. Now you can see they've got things like Hollister 20% off, Kirkland's, Macy's. You can click on the specific deal and it will show you what those coupon codes are good for. So you can copy the coupon code or go directly to the go to the website to use the coupon code directly from here. And they'll show you that there's different bargains available here. This one's been verified. It's letting you know that this is what it covers. If you go to the coupon code, it's going to take you right there. You can copy this and use it directly at that site. Now, a lot of times you'll see these coupon codes when you go straight to the store anyway, but it can be nice to get several of them from this website before you start going shopping. Gives you an idea of where you'd like to be looking for those bargains. Under their deals section, they actually have specific products again that they have deals on. Under the stores link, they have a list of all the stores that they currently have coupon and promo codes for. Again, you can search with categories if you wanted to look for a particular kind of product. And then they have a link for their in-store coupons. Sometimes, particularly now, you will find that in-store coupons can sometimes be better than online coupons because they may have an incentive then to get you into the store. Most people, when they go into a store, will spend more money than they will just looking for a particular product online. So that's why they try to get you to walk in that door. It's better for them as salespeople to get you in there and try to push you on purchases when you're in the store. It's kind of like looking for cars online versus going to the car dealership. You're more likely to buy if you go directly to the dealership. But that's Deal Catcher. And again, you can search up here at the top by store or by specific product. All right, Coupon Cabin. This one has been a fun one. I actually really enjoy Coupon Cabin because it lets you collect coupons and then print them out. So when you're looking at the screen here, you can print out coupons by store. So let's say you're going to be going shopping at Walmart and you want to be able to get as many coupons as possible before you go. From Cabin here, you can actually go through and get the code for this $10 off purchase. It will give you the coupon for it. You can copy it and be able to take it to your website when you go to shop, or you can come down here and let's try see the coupons. Should pop up here in a second. There we go. So it's going to show you up to 20% off with these official Walmart coupons. It wants us to sign up for some of these though. That's why it's giving us this, where we're going to go through Google or Facebook or create an account. This is how they end up being able to support these sites. They can let you go through and they're able to make money because you've signed up, and then they can send you emails. It's marketing. But Coupon Cabin is fun to use though, because you can actually go through and collect coupons and then print them out. It will let you take those to a store, or again, you can just copy them and use them online. All right, another coupon clipping tool. This one is coupons.com. This one is more like what we traditionally think of coupons as being. This one lets you take a whole bunch of different products. You can print them out as actual physical paper coupons and take them to the store, and they will scan them for you, and you get that amount of money off at the checkout. So for example, there's a coupon here for 50% off Lipton iced tea. If I click the arrow, lets me get into the free printable coupons. I can actually have this listed as my clipped coupons when I'm ready to print. I'll select a few of these and then I'll show you what it looks like when we go to print. But let's say I want to save on Lysol, and I want to save on Finish or L'Oreal shampoo. I can clip all of these and I don't have to use them all at the same store. These are product coupons. So I can print these out and take them to any store that has that product. And as long as they're participating, they will allow you to use the coupon. So when I go to print, you would type in your mobile number, and what they're going to do is send those coupons to your phone, or you can actually get the option once you send it there, you verify your account, and then you can print the paper ones. So you can do it either way. You can have them on your cell phone, where you send them to your phone, and then you'll be able to just scan them at the register directly from your phone. Or you can put your phone number in, and it will give you the option to print them out as a sheet of coupons. Again, the best part about it is you can use them at any store with that product. So you can actually shop for the best deals on something completely different, but know that you have this coupon in your pocket that's going to give you money off. So again, it's more like a traditional coupon. It's showing you right here at the top how much your available savings are. It even tells you when you've clipped coupons how much money you will save by using those coupons. So it's got this nice little calculator function. It also will have like your list of what you've currently clipped. So it'll let you see what you currently got. That's what we're looking at on the screen right here. So you can see a list of your coupons, keep track of them, and then be able to pull them up and use them. There's a coupons.com app too, which is really easy to use. And again, you would be able to scan your coupons at the store using that. All right, one more technology option. This one is called Tech Bargains. And Tech Bargains is a lot like, well, it's not quite like Gazelle. Gazelle is used items. Tech Bargains has a little bit of both. They'll actually have some new items and some refurbished items. So you're actually able to see a little bit of both of those, from refurbished things to brand new items. But they've got things like power banks for your phone or your computer. You can buy laptops. They even have things like endoscope cameras, which is a very unique purchase. But if you're somebody that is either doing endoscopies or if you want to be able to go and look at what's in your drain, you can use it for both of those. But it's a super, super unique site. You can find just about anything technology related here, and it can be a really fun place to go and take a look. Let's see, we've got under electronics, they'll have like all kinds of different things like robot vacuums, dash cams, VR headsets, drones, projectors. You can see they've even got things like coolers. They've got a Nintendo Switch OLED gaming console. They even have things like sunscreen. So they have all kinds of different bargains listed here. This one's fun to use if you've got a chance to go through and just kind of play around with it a little bit. There's some unique things on here. All righty. Sorry, my menu is popping up in the way here. Let me move it out of the way. All righty. Now, this one is a little bit more similar to eBay. If you've ever been on Facebook, you've probably encountered it before, but there's something called Facebook Marketplace. And Facebook Marketplace is kind of like being able to hold a garage sale from Facebook. The great part is that you can sell things to just about anyone from just about anywhere. And you can sell things like, you can see there's a saddle. There's a JRD saddle from Livermore, California for $1. Clearly somebody just wants to get rid of the saddle to somebody that's going to use it. Flower earrings with pearls for $50. This is going to be individual sellers reaching out to sell things to individual buyers. So you could have everything on here from a great bargain to complete junk. So this is going to be one of those places that you're going to want to be very careful about what you're purchasing. Make sure you've got a really good description about what you're buying before you purchase it. And if you are meeting up with somebody to buy any of these items, my number one piece of advice to you is go meet at the police station. If you're buying something in person from anybody ever, don't go to their house. Don't have them come to your house. Go to the Gurnee Police Department or your local police department or your local sheriff's office. The reason is they will allow you to have these transactions in their parking lot. And if you need help, there is help available then. In fact, it's encouraged by most local police departments that if you're going to be doing any kind of a private transaction like this, that you do so at their facility. It's a good way to make sure that you're keeping safe, and it's a way to make sure that everybody is on even footing. You're not at somebody else's house and they're not at your house. But the great part about using Facebook Marketplace is you can find everything from giveaways. There's free stuff all the time on Facebook Marketplace. If you're looking for things like children's clothes, kids' toys, even baseball cards, people are looking to just give things to somebody who they know is going to use it. Facebook Marketplace can be an outstanding place to go look for that. You can find things that are vintage antiques, tools, all kinds of different merchandise. It's going to mostly be used items. However, you can get an outstanding bargain utilizing this tool. But again, be careful when you're buying something from a private party. You know, you're going to want to be able to see that something works before you buy it, if it's something that's operational. And you're also going to want to make sure that you're doing it safely. We have a question in the chat. No, you do not have to have a Facebook account to use Facebook Marketplace. Anyone can use Facebook Marketplace. Now, it's easier to track it. It can be easier to communicate if you have a Facebook account because you can use Facebook Messenger. However, you do not have to have a Facebook account to use Facebook Marketplace. Anybody can use it. All right, the last site I wanted to tell you about is called Bonanza. Bonanza is a little bit like eBay again, where you're buying a lot of used items from other people. However, it tends to be a little more unique. And you can also find that it's a little bit more competitive sometimes than eBay. People know that they can put their antique items on eBay and they can crank the price up if they know it's something rare. Bonanza tends to be a little bit more where people are truly just trying to sell something. Like any place, you're going to want to be careful when you're looking at pricing for things, but you can find some really, really cool stuff on here, particularly antiques and collectibles. It's another site where you actually would sign up with them. You can sell on Bonanza and you can register to be a seller, but you have that kind of intermediary that can help you out if something goes wrong with your purchase. So this is a great site to take a look at. They do have things like fashion, health and beauty, collectibles. You can even buy art through Bonanza. So it's worth taking a look. If you are somebody that is interested in things like online estate sales, garage sales, online sales of other kinds of like used equipment and things that you can interact with other people and buy that type of material, we actually have an upcoming class on Tuesday, April 25th. This would be an in-person class here at the Warren-Newport Library. It's called Online Garage and Estate Sales. So if you are somebody that is interested in things like estate sales, how do you find them? How do you go and engage with them? That class will be here on Tuesday, April 25th at 7 p.m. You can register for that class by calling the library at 847-244-5150 and press 4 for the adult services desk, and we will get you registered. You can also register for it online at our website at wnpl.info. But that class will go way more in depth into things like eBay and other sites that you can buy sales items that are coming from estate sales, things that are like considered maybe sometimes garage sale items, but it'll allow you to find those kinds of products much, much easier. Another quick question. Somebody wanted to suggest a couple of sites. There's one called meh.com. It's meh.com. It's kind of like what Woot used to be. It's actually a decent site. I've tried it before. And it's worth taking a look at. It lets you look through kind of like overstocks. There is a website, and this is something that's become newer over the last couple of years. There's a few different websites out there that will allow you to generate a virtual credit card number. Now, what that means is that it gives you a unique credit card number for when you make a purchase. You register for an online account. And then when you go to make an online purchase, they actually generate a unique credit card number for you. So you're not giving your own credit card number. The only people that would have your credit card number would be the website that you're doing it through. And the one that a patron has suggested here is privacy.com. You can actually do that. It works really well because that way you're not giving your own information to somebody. There's even ones that do that where you can generate a unique phone number or a unique email address. So you're not providing your own email address, but somebody would still be able to get in contact with you. So there are different services like they're out there. Nextdoor is very much like Facebook Marketplace. It also lets you do local sale ads. And there's another website called Free Cycle for things that are being given away. Actually, I think Free Cycle might be something that we have on a couple of other handouts too. Just wanted to make sure that we pass that on. Thank you very much for sharing that. Before we get going here, I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint for a second here. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you again so you can see what I'm looking at. And since we went through all of these different slides, those are all the places we just talked about. I did want to tell you a little bit about the apps and browser extensions. Browser extensions, like I said before, are a small piece of software that get added to your internet browser that will pop up and tell you when there are different services available for you. So there's things like Honey. You saw Honey actually pop up a few times when I was looking at different websites. The Honey browser extension is for Chrome. You can also get it as an app. It's the PayPal Honey app, and it lets you look for applicable coupon codes to whatever site you happen to be on. So whatever site you're shopping from, if there's a coupon available, it will pop up in the Honey extension and will let you know that that coupon is available for your purchase. The PayPal Honey app allows users to search for coupons from any given store too. Another browser extension is the Capital One shopping app. If you have a Capital One account, whether it's a bank account or a credit card account with them, you can actually use their shopping service, and that's going to allow you to automatically search for coupon codes generated for Capital One users. So like I had said with some other credit cards, sometimes credit card companies have deals with particular merchants where they will offer a deep discount as long as you use your Capital One credit card for your purchase. So the Capital One browser extension will actually go and look for those coupons and let you know which ones are available. Another browser extension, or one we looked at a little bit, was Retail Me Not. It's a website. It's also an extension and an app that you can install on your phone, and it hunts for those coupon codes and bargains within a specific website. There's another one called Ibotta. Ibotta's browser extension automatically activates cashback offers. So we had looked at the Rakuten extension. That one's actually the next one on our list here. But both Ibotta and Rakuten will have deals and agreements with different merchants across the internet. And if there are cashback offers from any of those merchants, Ibotta and Rakuten will allow you to collect those cashback offers within their app. And when you collect enough, you can actually redeem them for cash or for credit toward merchandise. So if you're searching, say, like on the Nike site, and Nike has a $10 cashback offer, Ibotta and Rakuten would collect that for you, would deposit it into your Ibotta or your Rakuten account, and then you would be able to either redeem that for the cash or you would be able to use it toward merchandise. So both of those extensions, you would go to Ibotta.com and you'd be able to install that extension. Same thing with Rakuten, you'd be able to install that extension and it would open up and tell you automatically on a website where there's a cashback offer. One of the last ones is ShopSavvy. And ShopSavvy, again, it's both as an app and as a browser extension, and it tracks prices from retailers. So it's going to tell you when there's been a price change, and it's going to tell you that if there's an in-stock notification, say something that you wanted was out of stock. When you're using the ShopSavvy extension, when that item comes back in, you're going to get a notification in your browser the next time you go online. So you will know that you can go back and get that product. So if you've been keeping your eye on something and you really want it, but it's been out of stock, ShopSavvy is a great way to find out if it's back in stock. We have a question. Hang on one second. Yes. Somebody said that Ibotta has an app that they use at the grocery store. That app is the same thing as the browser extension. It's just going to be on your cell phone or on your tablet instead of being on your computer. Same thing when you're buying products or working within a specific store, it's going to allow you to rack up that cash back that's available, and then you will have that available to you. It's almost like if you think about it, when you get cash back from a credit card at the end of the year, they're just letting you get that cash a whole lot quicker. Okay, so we already looked at our used items and our neighborhood sales. I just want to give you some links to some places where you can search for site and product reviews. If you are looking for information, you find a new shopping site, you find a new store, and you want information, you want to find out, is this any good? There are places that you can go to look to see if these are places that you should trust. One of them is Kiplinger's Personal Finance. They actually have a lot of extensive tools that will help you see which sites are good, which deals are legitimate, and what tools you should be using to help you save money. The link is there on the screen. Clark.com, as I said before, fantastic place to go and look for deep discounts and product reviews. CNN Underscored has a deals page where they collect different sales and they make them available. Yes, some of them are going to be sales that they get a little bit of a kickback for, but you can find really great bargains there that you might not have found elsewhere. There's also a really great website called Moms Who Save. And on Moms Who Save, they actually have a daily deals section where people have scoured the internet to find different products and they post what their best deals have been. It's fun to look through there and see what's available because sometimes you'll be super surprised at what you can find. You can get things for next to nothing on that site. But this will actually tell you where you should be looking and which sites you should be relying on to do that. Alrighty, so just a few things to watch out when you're shopping online in general. Make sure that you are doing your research. Like I said, you want to go in and check out, make sure that these sites are worth it before you're buying from them. And I'm not talking necessarily about the sites that are listing the bargains. I'm talking about the sites where you go and actually buy things. If it's a store you've never heard of, if it's a place you've never heard of or a merchant you've never heard of, do a little bit of research before you buy something from them. Can you find reviews about them? If not, you should be wary. Beware of deals that seem too good to be true. They probably are. If you find a full solid wood dining room set and they're telling you it's $10, you're going to want to make sure that you're reading the fine print there to make sure that you're not accidentally buying dollhouse furniture. That's something that there's actually people will post on the internet all the time about how they thought they were buying a regular sized dining room set and instead they bought a Matchbox size table and chairs because it looked like a great deal, but they didn't read the fine print that said it was 10 inches tall. So make sure you're reading through the fine print, know what you're buying, and don't rely on item photos because those can be misleading. Read the description of what you're buying. No shopping site will ever need details like your social security number, your bank account number, or password. They don't need that. Anytime they're asking you for that, you should be extremely wary and go somewhere else. They don't need that information from you. Watch out for spoof or fake sites that pretend to be the actual store. If you are going to shop at Nike, you want to make sure you're going to nike.com, not nike.net or nike.co.uk. That's not going to be the place that you want to go. You're going to want to make sure that you're going to the real website. If you're not sure what the actual website is for the store or product you want, call the library. You can call us at 847-244-5150. Press 4 for the adult services desk. We will find the legitimate site for you and give it to you. Also, you always want to look for the secure lock symbol on any store's web address. If you look in the address bar on any internet browser, at the front of the website address, there should be a padlock and it should be locked. That tells you that your browser has detected that this is a secure website. They're using encryption software and it's a legitimate site. Now, if you're coming across something like that and you still have questions, if you're still not sure, if it seems strange, skip it. Always go on to someplace else. Use your gut. If something feels weird, rely on that. If you're still not sure, strongly recommend that you use the Better Business Bureau's Scam Tracker website. The Better Business Bureau is a great way to be able to go and find out if a company or a merchant has been having problems. Their Scam Tracker website is a fantastic resource for telling you what scams have been detected out there. The FBI also has an outstanding scam tracker site that will help you know what has been happening, what the trends are when it comes to online scams, so you know what to look for. We have a question in the chat. Yeah, there's a lot of fake spots to check the quality of reviews. I'm sorry, it says there's Fake Spot is the website to check the quality of reviews. That's a great source to try too. Fake Spot will tell you if they're using bot generated reviews. When you go onto a website, a lot of times a significant portion of the reviews can be fake, or they've been generated by a bot, or somebody's been paid $5 to post a review. A lot of products will do that. If you buy our product and post a review, we'll give you another $5 off. And so people go in and they post a good review, whether they liked it that much or not, because they wanted that $5 off. So keep that in mind. You can use FakeSpot to check to see the legitimacy of a particular review. All right. So if you have questions going forward, please feel free to contact the library at any time. You can actually reach out to us at 847-244-5150. Pressing 4 gets you to the adult services desk. Feel free to email me directly as well. I will be more than happy to try to help you out in any way that I can. My email, if you didn't get it with the link for this class, is rmurray@wnpl.info. I am a librarian. I've been a librarian for about 28 years now. So I've been doing this for a while, so I've seen a lot, but I'd be more than happy to help you find any resources that you need, answer any questions that you have, and help reassure you so that you feel more comfortable about shopping online and looking for bargains online. If anybody has any questions, you can feel free to go ahead and ask for them in the chat, or if you'd like to turn your microphone and ask a question, you're welcome to do that. But I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. thank you so much for your patience. And again, feel free to reach out at any time. We are always more than happy to help you. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate your time tonight.